What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. This is Bean Around the World, the series where I explore Xbox One maps that you guys might not be aware of. Today, we're looking at JoeyJoeJoe Yo's world. I hope you guys are sitting down for this one. I'm not even joking. There he is in the background, JoeyJoeJoe Yo, the chef. And we are in the world. It's called The Great Leap, the project that he's working on. And this thing is unlike anything I've ever seen in my whole life. Anything I've ever seen in my whole life. First of all, there's a little glitch going on where I can't see signs, but this is a comment from so many people who have come into this world and left comments saying how amazing this is, how awestruck they were, and how much they can't believe what they just saw. So there's the map. He's got started on 360, but he's expanded it. This project was started in May 2014, and he's been working on it, he's got help, but he's been doing it mostly by himself since then, and it is unlike anything you've ever seen. The city is called Yama, the project is called The Great Leap, and this thing is outrageous. The detail you guys are about to witness is going to leave you floored. Or skied. One of the two. You're going to go up or down. I don't know which. Oh, man. So, the first thing you notice when you come into this world, it has a very Venice look, a very Venice feel. It's centered around a passageway of water. That lake, not a lake, that river that runs through the city is very prominent and featured in this city. And so it's got a very Venice-y, European feel. It's got a Baroque feel. He said that it's set sometime in the early 19th century, late 18th century Europe. So you're going to see a lot of cathedrals and a lot of things. This is a work in progress. Keep that in mind always. I want to talk a little bit right now before I talk about what I've seen here. I want to talk about how he plans his builds. You don't see this too often. This guy seriously plans out exactly what he's going to do. He does framework with using blocks, and you can see some of the close-up detail work here. And we'll look at all the close-up details I could find. I mean, look at this. He uses stairs and what are those called? The anvils. What he uses is very. A lot of people do details with stairs and slabs. That's how they do details. Joey uses his whole palette to create a texture. And we're going to see so many unique uses of detail. I chose to do this tour at night because basically this city comes alive. It comes alive at nighttime. During the daytime is very beautiful as well, but you don't really see the details like you do at night. He spent a lot of time coming up with very different, very unique types of lamp posts. You're going to see a different kind of lamp post in every part of the city. That's one of the cool things about this. There's lamp posts everywhere. Very creative ways of putting light around, and you're going to notice that too. I like this section of the city. The green really matches the buildings. I like the walkway a lot. He uses a couple types of green here. And you can see the city and how it's going to expand in the future. He's going out and out and out. This is just the beginning. I won't say he just started, because he started in May 2014, but, he's come a long way in a very short time, and he's going to expand and expand and expand. There's no telling where this guy's going to stop. You know what I mean? So here we see some more, like a canal, I guess. I don't know. I think it's going to be a fountain. Very work in progress. WIP for show. But I want to thank you for giving me a glimpse of his work in progress. He spent so much effort on this. He's had a lot of helpers, but they lay blocks. They don't do the detail work that he does. He's the only one who does the detail, and you can tell the quality control is there. This is the bridge. This is the first thing he built on the entire map, was this bridge. And it doesn't seem like it. The first thing I built on Desolation, you can tell it was the first thing. I improved so much. But, he's just been so good. He said his influences were, European style architecture. He's been playing with Legos his whole life. He's been, always been wanting to make cities with his Legos. And now, Minecraft came along and it was perfect for him. This is a dream come true. This is Legos, with no boundaries, basically. That's why I like Minecraft so much. I play with Legos too. I played with Legos a bunch as a kid. And, there was a break where you stop buying your own Legos. This is a Chinese restaurant here. Your parents stop buying you Legos, and you got to buy your own Legos, and that's when the Lego playing generally stops, because Legos cost a fortune. A fortune. I don't know why they're so expensive, but they're so expensive, and once you become an adult, you don't really buy Legos anymore, even though you want to play them. I always want to play Legos. So Minecraft was a godsend for me, and for Joey, because now we don't have to pay for $300 sets of Legos. We can just go off and never stop, basically. Never stop. So this is one of those, the alleyways in the city. It definitely gives you a European feel, that's for sure. I like to see some more detailing on the floor, but he's not done, so who knows. He'll probably make the floor look like the green floors over here. Alright. So I'm going to follow him around a little bit. He's going to show me some of these facades. The interiors aren't done. Some interiors are done, namely the theater, and we'll get to the theater. You'll see. You'll see the theater. Trust me on that. I want to look at the bridge a little bit more. So the bridge was the first thing he built. That building at the end of the bridge that you see there, that was the second thing he built. So this is the start of the Great Leap. And a great leap it is, because it's a work in progress, like I said, but the thing about this world is you can really see it finished. He's got so many things planned out, and there's so many finished products that you can really imagine. You can close your mind, you can close your eyes and imagine what this place is going to look like when it's more completed. And that's something really special, because with Desolation, you can't see it. I can see it because it's in my imagination, but I haven't planned it out on the page like he has. So, you guys have to take my word for it that Desolation will be amazing. But with this world, you can see how amazing it's going to be. We're going to take a look at this spire here and all the details he's put on top of it. My goodness. There's so many ways you can make a spire, but you don't realize it until you see something like this, and you see all the different blocks that have gone into it, the texture, the detailing. He's got a rounded thing at the top, a lot of rounded. That's something that's severely missing in Minecraft, is rounded textures, circles, spheres. You know what I mean? They're so hard to make, but if you focus your time and effort on them, then they really add to your map. They give your map a sense of you're doing something unique, because spheres are hard to do and not a lot of people do them as a result. I use a sphere generator. There's a lot of them. I have one that I like in particular. I forget what the name of it is, but they make it a lot easier to make spheres. So if you want to do a sphere, don't do it by hand, because you'll do it wrong. Trust me, you'll do it so wrong. Use a sphere generator. Alright, look at that use of color. That's another thing I really, really, really like about this map, is he didn't make it monotone. He didn't use one block and keep it consistent throughout. Every building is different, and every building's got color. And I love color in Minecraft. Color is the one thing that you put in your build and you say, oh man, this build is special. Because, look at the world around you guys. Unless you're living in the desert or something, there's color everywhere. Even in the desert, there's colors. I don't know why I'm talking about the desert, but there's colors everywhere. So your Minecraft build should have color. I want to talk about the terraforming here. Some of the most natural terraforming I've ever seen. Look at this waterfall. Holy moly, how did he do it? How did he do it? Look how natural that looks. The water cascading over rocks. It's covering some rocks. It's not covering others. The rocks have moss growing on them. Holy moly! Oh, sometimes you see terraforming so good that you don't even really realize it. It looks so natural that you're like, oh, that's just natural. This is by hand, and it is some of the best terraforming I have seen. Last week we saw WT Delta with his huge mountains, and that terraforming was so special because of the sheer size and scale. This terraforming is special to me because of the small, intricate details. Speaking of WT Delta, one of the builders on his map, or one of the helpers, is JoeyJoeJoe Yo. So you kind of see the influence on both of them. That's one thing I love about Minecraft, is you can so easily just find someone who's like you and who has similar ideas and styles and techniques to you, and you become friends and you work together to make something even cooler than you could by yourself. That is one of the coolest things about Minecraft, is bringing people together. You're forging friendships based on creativity. Holy cow! Thank you to Mojang for inventing this. Thank you to Notch. How did you invent this? How did you know that this would be so unique and so special, this game of Minecraft? Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it so much. We're just going to fly around here, see some of the work in progress sections. Like I said before, he maps out everything. So, when it's time to build, he's not sitting there, I don't know what to do, what do I do, where do I start? He knows exactly where to start because he's mapped it all out. Planning, it's the 7 Ps. What are the 7 Ps? Proper planning prevents piss-poor performance. Maybe that's the 6 Ps. Proper planning prevents piss-poor performance. 6 Ps! Learn the 6 Ps, guys. The 6 Ps are essential to Minecrafting. If you're going into your build without a plan, it's going to look like you didn't have a plan. But if you got a plan like Joey here, you're going to come out with a cohesive city that's epic from whatever angle you look at it from. Because it's perfect. It's just the way he wanted it. He wasn't second guessing himself. He came with a plan and he stuck to it and he followed through and the plan came out right. So I want to give him props for the planning he does. You don't see that in too many Minecraft maps. The level of planning that he's got going on here. Now we're going towards the Colosseum. This is a big work in progress, but he's got some stuff for you to see. As you can see on the top left of the map, it is huge. One of the biggest things on the map so far. When this is done, you guys are going to be blown away. You can tell what it's going to look like a little bit. A little bit. This is very early in the build. He needs to work on this some more, he said. And he will, and he will. And I think for this sort of thing, you know, what he probably needs most is people to come help lay blocks. You know, there's not a lot of detail work necessary at this juncture in this build, though he does have some. As you look here, the Colosseum entrance, look at the details. Ah, I love it. I love it. The what do you call these things? Drapes or tapestries. I think they look really cool. Very nice. I don't know what's going to go on here. Chariot racing? Maybe lion, Christians and lion? No, nothing like that. I don't know what they're going to do here. Horse racing, most likely. So he's going to probably duplicate what he did on the other side over here. And it's going to go all the way around the Colosseum, all the way around the track. Think Ben-Hur, I guess. Very Ben-Hur-ish around here. I may have dated myself. That's an old movie. They used to play that like every Easter or whatever, but I don't know if they still play that movie. Alright, where are we going next? Oh yes, we're going to the theater. What we are about to see, my friends, is one of my favorite things I've seen in Minecraft. I saw this, many months ago. It was finished. This is finished. This is what we're about to see is finished. We're going to take the bridge over there. I wanted to take the bridge and just get some of the feeling of Yama. You know what I mean? Get the feeling of it as you cross this bridge over here. What we're about to see is finished, and it is spectacular. Hold on to your butts. This is the theater. So this is where you're going to go to catch plays and performances, maybe stand-up comedy. I don't know if stand-up comedy existed. Not in the way that we have it now. Here's JoeyJoeJoe waiting for me like a good host does. Alright, what you got cooking up for me, Joey? He's got something cooking. I'm starting to think that chef head that we saw in WT Delta's Hall of Builders might have been Joey. Just put two and two together now. So be sure to go check out WT Delta's world because it's equally epic for different reasons. Alright, we're seeing the outside here. Look at this, immensive. I wonder how much a ticket to one of these shows must cost. Not cheap. This is for the upper class. I wanted to show you guys this. Look at this. I had never done this before. I gotta do this. Those are beds. Those are beds. How awesome. How cool. Those are beds. I want to do it. Sorry, Joey. I'm probably going to steal that. Sorry. At least I'm giving you credit. Those are Joey's. I don't know where he got them from. He probably thought of them himself. This guy's very creative, very inventive, and he uses so many different blocks that you wouldn't think to use, but they work, and they give texture and character, and it's so cool. I lost him for a second there. He's going to show me around a little bit. We're going to take a look at the city at night. Oh, with the moon. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's just be quiet and look at it. The boats on the harbor. Oh, wow. And that's just a small portion. That's just a little bit of his city of Yama. This is a huge leap forward, if anything. Alright, so we're going to go over here. Now, as I'm sure many of you are aware, there's a big glitch going on right now where I can't read signs. You can't really read signs in other people's worlds, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Joey. Oh, man. But at least we can look at the architecture from the outside, right? Look at that. Look how cool that is. Wow. Just wow. I'm blown away. My jaw is on the floor. My jaw is... The first time I saw this, guys, I had a hard time staying in my seat. I couldn't believe it. Just wait till we go inside. You think this guy's good at exteriors? You think this guy's good at exteriors? Is that what you thought? Is that what you thought? I don't know what any of those signs say, Joey. I'm sorry. It's not my fault, though. So you thought Joey just did exteriors, huh? Okay. We'll see what he's got inside his building. Probably nothing, I would imagine. Probably just, grass. Here we go. We are in the theater. Now, like I was saying, the price of admission here, I'm going to give you guys admission for free. So go ahead and hit a like button right now. That's your cost for coming in here. That is your payment, guys. You're going to have to hit that like button and show Joey some love. Tell him what you think about this. As builders, what we need more than anything, what we crave, what we desire, what we absolutely need is feedback. And it doesn't matter if it's positive, negative, constructive. It doesn't matter if you're trying to stroke our egos. It doesn't matter if you're trying to hurt our feelings. It doesn't matter if you're trying to help us be better builders. We want to hear what you think. So put your thoughts in the comments. I know you guys got thoughts on this. What do you think? Is there room for improvement? Has he gone above and beyond? Has he gone too far? This guy may have gone too far. Why is he putting everyone to shame? Joey, stop. Just stop, okay? You're making us all look bad, and I don't like it. Who am I kidding? I love it. I absolutely love this. Like I said before, when I saw this the first time, I didn't know what to say. Right now, I don't know what to say. Yikes. It makes me feel like I need to improve a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I value my building skill for my interior work. Now, I do something different. I don't do the ornate details like he does. I do modern realistic, but I thought I did great interiors. Look at this. Look at this chandelier. Holy cow. How long did that take to make, you guys think? Just a trial and error of just placing blocks and taking them out until it looks right? That must have taken weeks. Honestly, for me to create something like this would probably take me a week. I don't know who that is up there. Someone's happy, though. Someone's been drinking, it looks like. Alright, so the theater is, one of the most completed builds on this map. One of the most impressive, in my humble opinion. One of the most epic. One of the most jaw-dropping. One of the most, it takes your breath away. It really does. Look at the amount of details here. How do you do that? How do you even do that? Do you just, keep placing blocks until it looks right? I don't know where you learn this kind of technique. I don't know how you hone this kind of technique. I don't even know how you practice this kind of technique. But you must practice. I mean, before I entered this world, I found him on his test world just practicing. And that's what he does. He practices. And that's how you get to this level, guys. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Or how do you get to a theater like this? Practice. It's practice. Or you take a left at the bridge. I don't know. What are the two? Alright. That is the theater. Oh, man. I'm not sure if he has a name for the theater. I forgot to ask. It should have a name if it doesn't have a name. Guys, put in the comments if you have a name for this theater. I don't even know what you would call this thing. Like a name almost cheapens it. I'm sure he already has a name. But a lot of his names, they come from the style and the era of the builds, the Baroque era. So look at that. Like I was saying, just the circles, the spheres, the pillars, the everything, really. He's got a little dude on top. Let's go look at the dude on top, right? How do you do this, guys? I'm perplexed. I don't know how he does this. I just don't know how you learn this, really. Someone must have taught him. You don't just know this sort of thing, do you? Maybe you do. I don't know. Look at this guy, this Spartan or whatever he is, just keeping watch of the theater, making sure that you paid your admission. Did you pay your admission? Better hit that like button. I don't think you paid yet. You! I'm talking to you! Hit that like button right now, okay? This is not free. Alright, now we're coming to the final thing. I wanted to end on this project. This is a big work in progress. Huge work in progress, but you can just tell. You can just stepping foot in this area, you can tell that this is going to put everything else to shame. We are entering the cathedral. Now, you've seen cathedrals before. You ain't ever seen anything like this. So he's not done with these pillars. He's told me that these pillars, each of them will represent someone who's helped on this world. Laid blocks, and he doesn't let people do detail work because he has to do that himself. But he'll let people help him lay blocks, and I'm sure they're all very appreciative of being part of this world. Think how much you can learn from this guy just by spending some time with him, watching him build. Just think about it. So we're coming up on the cathedral. Like I said, huge work in progress. But this is by far, hands down, without a question, the best use of stained glass I've seen on the Xbox One. We'll get closer to it and you'll see it more, but I don't know. Why am I even commenting? I'm cheapening this whole thing by talking about it. Look at it. Look for yourself. It doesn't matter what I think about this thing. Look at it. This is the best use of stained glass ever. Look at the detail, the intricacy, just the patterns, the different colors. Instead of using 1 or 2 colors of stained glass, he mixed a bunch of them. He might have mixed all of them for all I know. Alright, let's head in to this joyous, colorful cathedral. Holy moly! My favorite, I don't know. This or the theater, I don't know. He's got the apostles on stained glass over there. There's an apostle right there. He's got another apostle on the other side, right there. Like I said, this is very early in the cathedral's build. He's working on it currently, but this is going to trump everything else. Look what he's planned. Look at what he's planned. Look what he's got so far, and then look what he's planned, and then imagine what the finished product will look like. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Can't believe it. Joey, you're putting people to shame. Stop. Seriously, just stop. No, don't ever stop, man. Keep going. You gotta finish this project, because this could probably be the greatest thing I've ever seen on Xbox One once he's finished. And who knows if he'll ever be finished. This is an Xbox One size map now. It started on 360, but it's getting bigger. So there's no telling where this will end up, where it will go. He wants to make it into maybe Realms, once Realms comes out, turn it into a Realms server, help people to help him build on it. So I'm going to turn off gamer tags, or turn on gamer tags, if I can figure it out, just so we can say bye to JoeyJoeJoe Yo and say thank you for letting us tour your beautiful world. This was magnificent. Thank you so much. Follow him on Twitter. Send him a message. Tell him what you think. He needs helpers. If you want to help lay blocks, you can help him. Hit him up on Xbox Live, Twitter, and all that. I'll put the link in the description. Thank you, JoeyJoeJoe. Thanks for watching. Peace.